Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rula. I hope everyone is doing well. So for today's video, I have some happy mail to show you. I received a package earlier this week from my dear and generous friend Sandy from the US. I've mentioned Sandy in a previous video. She is not on social media, so I cannot list anything for her down below. Sandy, myself, and my husband have been exchanging packages for years. We will exchange packages maybe once, twice, or maybe 3 times a year. And sometimes she will include Bath & Body Works products. And when she does online orders for herself, she will sometimes ask me if there's anything I would like through the US website that is not available in Canada. Otherwise, I don't really ask her for anything. I always wait until she asks me first because I know it is quite expensive to ship to Canada from the US. So, but a while ago there was a fine fragrance mist sale in the US, and I think here in Canada as well, I'm pretty sure. The price point was at $5.95, so she did not purchase these at full price. I've also posted a photo of the fine fragrance mists that she had sent along my way with a note saying I will be ranting about UPS Courier. Let me tell you guys, it was quite the ordeal receiving this package, but I will get into that after I show you guys what she had sent my way and my thoughts of everything. So I asked her to pick up these fine fragrance mists for me. The first one is actually a fine fragrance mist I already have in my collection. This is a backup. This is not available in Canada, online or in store. This is an online exclusive in the US only. This is a classic Bath & Body Works fragrance. This is Twilight Woods. I absolutely love Twilight Woods. She actually forgot to include this in the last package, so she decided to include it in this time around. Scent notes again are lush berry, sparkling mandarin, soft mimosa, apricot nectar, cypress wood. So yeah, I absolutely love Twilight Woods. I wish that this would come back in store and online here in Canada. So yes, Bath & Body Works, bring back Twilight Woods. It's a classic. So anyways, that's Twilight Woods. So the next 4 are from the Everyday Luxury line. This collection was released quite a while ago. It consisted of just 10 fine fragrance mists. There was no other body care included, so there are no body creams, no body lotions, none of that. It was just fine fragrance mists, and rumor has it that these will be coming back in the fall. I don't know if these will be released here in Canada, so I just went on ahead and asked her to pick these up for me. And because I figure these 4 in particular out of the 10 I would enjoy the most. I know when these were first released, they were available at limited store locations in the US, from my understanding, and then they made them available online in the US. So the first one I asked her to order for me is Floral Fantasy. Scent notes are peach osmanthus, sorry if I mispronounced that, jasmine, warm patchouli. This is a very dark floral fragrance. And also, by the way, apparently these fine fragrance mists, or this collection, are supposed to be dupes of high-end perfumes. So I don't know which one is this one, or supposed to be duping of. But anyways, so I love patchouli. And I'm a huge fan of Dark Kiss. So for those of you who are not a fan of Dark Kiss, or who do not like patchouli, you guys would not like this one. I think this one is amazing. I think this one would be great for the fall and winter season. But of course, like I said in previous videos, you can wear fragrances any time of the year. But I feel like this one in particular is just, it will work well during the fall and winter season. So I love this one. To me, this is a lot deeper, I feel, than Dark Kiss. So it has a deeper patchouli note, I feel. It's a very dark floral. So it's kind of hard to describe it. But yeah, this is what I would compare it to, is that kind of deepness with Dark Kiss. So yeah, I do recommend this one. If you guys are a fan of Dark Kiss, you may like this one. So that's Floral Fantasy. And by the way, these are in the States. Normally, these are $18.95, which is quite pricey in my opinion. Here in Canada, whether the fine fragrance mists are in a faceted bottle or in a packaging like this that's non-faceted, they are all $17.50 across the board. And I think that's because we don't have a rewards program. So I think Bath & Body Works Canada likes to keep everything even. So, that's Floral Fantasy. The next one I asked her to pick up is Oh Cherry. Now, I know this one is supposed to be duping Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which I don't have. I do, however, have Target's Fineries Not Another Cherry, which I found, surprisingly, a while ago at Marshall's here in Canada for quite inexpensive. But I know the perfume itself is quite expensive, so I found the dupe of that for a lot cheaper. So Oh Cherry. Scent notes are black cherry, sheer magnolia, tonka bean. Again, this is a very dark cherry. Again, this one I feel like it will do better during the fall and winter season. It's not a gourmand cherry, just like Sweetheart Cherry. This one is, I also feel like it's not like Firecracker Pop. This one it's not like Black Cherry Merlot either. This is more on the perfumey spectrum. So that's Oh Cherry. Again, it's a very dark black cherry type of fragrance. So it's lovely. That's Oh Cherry. Next one is quite popular. This one is Pink Obsessed. Scent notes for this one is Blushing Jasmine, Cashmere Praline, Vanilla Bourbon. So this one, it kind of reminds me of Strawberry Vanilla Bourbon a bit. It's almost like the same kind of family, I think, because of the bourbon note. I do like this one. Again, it's a fragrance I feel like is appropriate for the fall and winter season. So that's Pink Obsessed. Next one, this is the very last one. This one is called Covered in Roses. This one's scent notes are ruby berries, sugared rosebuds, blush amber. So this one is a almost like a gourmand rose fragrance. I know Bath & Body Works had released in the past a whipped rose and vanilla I believe it's called. I do not have that in my collection. I regret not picking that one up, because that is the type of rose I actually enjoy. I like more of a gourmand type of rose. This one is like almost candy-like as well. I know Bath and Body Works does have one that's available right now. It's always in store, called Rose. That's a fan favorite. It's a popular one. I'm not, and this is my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of Rose, of that one. Only because, to me, Rose from Bath and Body Works smells like, according to, like with my nose, it smells like, it's very generic. To me, it smells like an air freshener, if that makes any sense. So, I like Covered in Roses because it's unique. It's not your standard rose fragrance. It's a gourmand rose, and it's very candy-like, which I like. So these are the 4 I had chosen from that collection. Now, I was tempted to ask her to pick up Viva Vanilla, but I decided not to ask her to pick that one up for me, only because we do have another one that's going to be released called Vanilla Romance. So, which is another vanilla fragrance that's supposed to be, apparently it's supposed to be duping, or supposed to be a repackage of Bonfire Bash. So I'm curious about that one. So I'm just waiting on that to see how that goes. So yeah, so those are the fine fragrance mists that she had sent my way. I feel like these 4 in particular are ones I would quite enjoy out of the 10, as I mentioned. So this is why I chose these. And it's funny enough, these 4 to me are very Halloween-y like, because they're very strong. They're deeper fragrances, I feel. And that's the thing. I wish Bath and Body Works would make more deeper fragrances, or release fragrances that will last longer. And these are powerhouses. These last for a very long time, I think, when you spray them on. And you don't need very much either. A little goes a long way. And yeah, so I would say last couple years, the fine fragrance mists from Bath and Body Works are not as strong as they used to be. So I wish they would go back to releasing for a fine fragrance mists that are just as strong as these 4. And I'm pretty sure the other ones in the collection are strong as well, but but I can only compare that to these 4 that I have. So yeah, those are my thoughts with the Everyday collection. But anyways, here's my rant. Yeah, so Sandy has been sending packages to us through UPS courier. She's been using the UPS courier service because it's slightly cheaper for her. Shipping from the US to Canada is quite expensive. So, and it's actually cheaper for me to ship to the US than vice versa, for whatever reason. So, I used to get packages through Canada Post, and every time Canada Post would fail to deliver, or packages would arrive damaged. So it got to the point where Sandy decided to send by UPS because, like I said, it's cheaper for her, and it actually, packages do arrive to us a little bit quicker. So, and we've had trouble with Canada Post. Like I said in the past, they always try to attempt to deliver, and they never do. They always leave slips. So, and then I would have to go on ahead and travel to the to Canada Post to pick up my packages. And like I said, we've received packages that are damaged as well. And I guess Sandy had enough, so that's why she's gone through UPS. And for some reason, this time around, it was such an ordeal to receive this package from UPS. And by the way, I'm sorry that I'm offending anyone who works for a courier service, or knows, or anyone who works for a courier service. This is just my opinion. And yeah, so again, I've been having issues with Canada Post, with a lot of courier services with packages being delivered here, especially in this building where my husband and I live in right now, for whatever reason. And this package was supposed to be delivered on Monday, this past week, but due to weather, it was delayed, which is fine. And then this package was supposed to be delivered on, I believe, on Wednesday, which was, I believe, the 17th. So, and I've been tracking, and so has this package, so has Sandy on her end. So yes, it was supposed to be delivered on Wednesday, July the 17th, and it was not. Why? Because apparently the driver left a slip saying they attempted to deliver, which is unfortunate, and which is also very annoying, because a lot of you know, and I've mentioned this before, I work from home on a full-time basis, Monday to Friday. I'm home all day long. And all they needed to do was buzz in so I can let them into our building so they can bring up the package. They failed to do so. They did not attempt to call so I can buzz them in. And Sandy, when she sent this package, every time she sends her packages to us, there's always in bold lettering, and she types everything in. She types in her address and everything in bold lettering to buzz in. She puts in her buzz number. So they failed to do so. They tried to attempt to deliver around 12:30, and by that time I was actually on my lunch hour. I take lunch from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. That's my lunch hour. And I was in the living room all that time. Not a phone call, nothing. And the thing is, I don't have a cell phone. We don't have a cell phone for them to buzz in. It's not like it's a landline. It's a landline. So if somebody were to buzz or put in the punch in the buzz code, it would immediately ring into our phone, which is, like I said, a landline. It's not a cell phone, so it's not like a cell phone was on silent or on mute. It's a phone. It's a landline. And then I would have to press a button and then to let them in, right? Easy peasy. And so, like I said, I've been tracking this package all day on my laptop right next to me while I was working, and I kept refreshing. And around 12:30, it said they attempted to deliver. I'm like, what? So I was pretty annoyed, and Sandy actually emailed me saying they attempted to deliver. What's going on? So I ended up calling UPS Canada, and I explained the situation to them. I said there is no excuse for you guys not to deliver. I work from home on a full-time basis. I've been tracking this package all day, and you know, all the driver needs to do is buzz us in, and I had our landline in my sight throughout the whole day. I even when I went to the washroom, I brought the phone with me, so I won't miss them. So, the person on the phone, we told them that said to me, oh, they tried to deliver, but you weren't home. And I'm like, no, that's BS, because I work from home. This should have been delivered, right? So they just left a slip. So so Sandy actually called UPS International, and they told her the same thing as well. So, and she basically freaked out on them. She said, you know what, the receiver is not going to pick up this package. This package is going to be delivered. Enough is enough, right? So I paid for a service. It should be done, right? So so she called UPS International, and they were going to re-deliver that same evening. I finished work at 4 p.m. At 3:59, again, they attempted to deliver. They did not. And Sandy actually physically called me from California to say, hey, according to the website, they tried to deliver. Did you get the package? So I'm like, no, they didn't even phone us, right? No buzz. They didn't call to buzz us in, nothing. So I'm like, Sandy, call me back in 10 or 15 minutes. I'm just going to go downstairs to see if there's anything there, right? So I went downstairs to the lobby, no package. There was another slip stuck to our lobby door, the glass doors, and to say that the package needs to be picked up at the UPS store that's near us. That's actually across from our mall here in Guelph, Ontario. So so I knew exactly where it was. So so I came upstairs to her unit, and I was furious then by that time. And Sandy actually again called me back, and I told her this is what happened. They just left a slip. And she was furious. So she ended up calling UPS again, International, and told them, hey, this person's not going to pick up this package. I paid for the service. You guys are going to deliver, right? So so she arranged it for it to be delivered the very next day or next morning. She went through hoops and loops with people. So she called me back, and she told me that the package was going to be delivered tomorrow, the next day in the morning. So Thursday morning it was supposed to be delivered. And it was not. I waited the whole day again. Nothing. So I called. So I would say until noon. I give him until noon to deliver, right? So I messaged Sandy through email saying, like, nothing's here. What's going on? So And then I ended up calling the store itself because I'm like, I want to make sure this package is there, because I will go after work to pick it up, because it's like, enough is enough, right? So I'll just pick it up myself. So I decided to call the source. And I called, the guy at the store said, oh no, your package is not here. It was, the driver had picked it up this morning. I'm like, okay, so fine. So I said, I'll give him till 4. So I messaged Sandy saying, you know, I'll pick it up, like, whatever, right? Because at that point, I just had enough. So, and then I believe she called UPS International again, and they told her, no, the package is there. So one person was telling us one thing, and another person was telling us another. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just go to the store right after work to see if the package is there. If the package is there, I'll pick it up. Like, enough is enough, right? So, surely I waited till 4 p.m. No package was delivered. There, and all this time, the website was not even updated to actually find out what was going on with this package. So, I went to the store. I spoke to the gentleman there, whom I actually spoke with earlier in the day, and I told him, what's going on with this package? One person is saying one thing and another person is saying another. And he assured me that it was picked up the driver had picked it up that morning, and they are going to call us when the driver is nearby so we can expect the package. Luckily, my husband was home at the time, so while I was out, I ran some errands, I did some groceries, I came back home, and finally the package was delivered. The driver actually buzzed us in, and we let them in. So, and they delivered the package. Nothing was damaged, thankfully, but man, it was such an ordeal. The driver, all they needed to do was punch in our buzz number so we can let them in to have it delivered. So I don't understand why this particular driver decided just to fill up the form and just leave that behind instead of actually delivering the package. Guys, it's so annoying. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have experienced this before, where courier services, or for those of you living in Canada, have probably had experiences with Canada Post where they try to attempt to deliver, but they never do. And I'm just so tired of it. And I think Sandy at that point and myself had enough of this nonsense. So we just would not accept that. Like, you pay for a service to be done. I know I know I may come across as being entitled, but come on. You spend the money to send a package. Now, like I said, I feel horrible because I know how expensive it is to ship from the US to Canada. So, and Sandy spent money for all of this. So, I was furious. Like, you pay for a service, do your job. Like, come on. Like, you know, it's I don't understand why Canada Post does this a lot. And other courier services. I just don't get it, instead of just delivering when you're supposed to. I would think it would be a lot more work for you to take these packages back to the postal stores, or back to Canada Post, right? So, or back to the UPS depot. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So like I said, I'm sorry, but I feel like they're being lazy. So, like, just do your effing job. Sorry, I'm not completely swearing, but, like, come on, do your effing job that you're paid to do. You pay for a service, do it. Now, it's fine. Like, it wasn't the package wasn't anything, like, extremely important. But it's really annoying because I'm thinking, what if it was an important package that you're expecting from someone? What if it's like medication that you're expecting, or maybe some important documents that you're expecting, or and they're failing to deliver? Like, it's just extremely annoying. I hate, anyone that knows me knows that I do value my time. So, like, for example, if someone makes plans with me to meet up, 99.9% of the time I will meet up with them. In fact, I will arrive earlier to meet up with them. So that's how important time is with me. So for the mere fact this driver failed to deliver over and over again, kind of, I hate to say, pissed me off. Like I said, I think Sandy and myself had enough, because we've come across situations like this where, whether it's Canada Post and other people, other services, where packages would not be delivered, or they would be delivered wrong, even though the address is correct on the packages, or they would arrive damaged. It's so annoying, really, because, like I said previously, what if it was something important? Like, what if I was expecting medication, or what if I was not mobile, or what if someone is an elderly person and they cannot go to a post office, or they cannot go to the UPS store or whatever courier service store to pick up their packages. Like, come on, do your job. Simple as that, right? So, I'm sorry that I kept rumbling and babbling about my dissatisfaction with UPS, or any courier services or Canada Post or whatever. But it's just, I sometimes dread receiving packages from other people sometimes, because I always second guess, is this going to arrive, or they're just going to leave a slip for me to pick up? It's just really, really annoying. So anyways, that is my rant, and that is my video for this Happy Mail I received from Sandy. And I'm definitely going to enjoy these fine fragrance mists. I thanked her over and over, sending me these from these items from Bath and Body Works. And honestly, like, I think I told Sandy, like, oh no, I thought, like, oh no, Sandy's never going to send us anything again, because we keep running into this issue over and over and over again. So, but she assured me, no, it's not your fault. People are just not doing their jobs. That's all. So, anyways, that is my video. That is my rant. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.